Good evening, one and all. Myself Narmada Vallakirti. This is my fourth assignment. Today, I want to speak about, as a part of fourth assignment, about my favorite leader. It was the days when our country was to be prosperous and was crushed by the British, and the time when all Indians lived in the darkness of despair. Here is a time when the sun rose in Calcutta in a new form. Fear is unknown is in his eyes, the face full of brightness, a serious voice and strong body, a high form of patriotism. He is Swami Vivekananda. He is an example for everyone, regardless of caste, religion, race, and gender. He is the role model for youth in India. India's most famous spiritual leader, patriot, great speaker who can mesmerize with words. He lived only 39 years old, but another 1,000 years have been imprinted. Let us now learn about such a great man, the difficulties he faced in his life, and he showed the greatness of India in worldwide. Swami Vivekananda was born on January 12, 1863 in Calcutta in a Bengali family on the day of Makara Sankranti. His father was a lawyer. Swami Vivekananda's childhood name is Narendranath Datta. In 1871, at the age of 8, Narendra joined the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Metropolitan School. At a young age, he read many Western philosophy books, novels, histories, and books of all religions, and so on. If anyone asks how it is possible at such a young age, then Swami Vivekananda said, I do not read the whole paragraph, but if I read first and last lines of the paragraph, the whole paragraph will be understood. Since then, he was a young man. He decided to see the God anyway and asked elders and great people, have you seen God? None of them had seen God. One day he asked to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also. He says, I saw the God and also spoken to God. While I was talking to you, Vivekananda was hopeful for the first time when Ramakrishna said that he saw God. Then Vivekananda asked to show the God. Then Ramakrishna put his leg gently in Vivekananda's lap, and instantly Vivekananda feels he had broken his relations with outside of the world. He felt something was getting out of his way. Then Vivekananda asks, what are you doing with me? My parents are still alive. I have to go back to them. He shouted. Then Ramakrishna smiled and said that it is enough today and pulled his leg back. Vivekananda saw many miracles in the presence of Ramakrishna. Vivekananda joined Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as a disciple. He learned many things from him. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa died in 1886. After the death of Ramakrishna, all his disciples formed a monastery and stayed there. Vivekananda was a leader of them. After a while, Vivekananda wanted to travel all over the country. He traveled all over India and saw the situations of the Indians. And at that time, he was shocked after seeing the poor people. It would be by the cause of slavery and superstition. He understood the various religions and their philosophies in India. He wanted to deliver the Indian spiritual message to other countries. He decided to go the Western countries and explain the greatness of India, and after returning wake up the Indians who were filled with despair. Then he wanted to go to all the religious conferences in Chicago, where he wanted to show the greatness and spirituality of India. He arrived in Chicago in July. At that time, Vivekananda went to the library daily and took a book and gave it next day, like several days gone. One day, librarian got angry with Swamiji and asked, why are you taking the book simply for not reading? So Swamiji told, who said that I am not reading? Ask me one of the books I have taken so far. She then took a book and asked the questions. He replied that whatever is there in the book, and she became astonishing by his memory. After that, all religious conferences began on September 11, 1893. All of great people of other religions came with suits and shoes. There is no one respected Vivekananda's by his dressings as they looked inexpensive. One of one by one, all great people rise up and talk about the greatness of their religions. There are more than 4,000 people in hall. Until then, all people had mentioned. The ladies and gentlemen began to speak. Finally, Swami Vivekananda turn came. Swamiji stood and greeted the brothers and sisters of America. People rose and clapped for 2 minutes as the word touched their hearts. Some even shed tears at the hall and praised for no selfishness. After the applause stopped, he spoke about the greatness of India, about spirituality, tradition, culture, and traditions of our country. The whole hall clapped. The intellectuals and great men in the house, forgetting their status, and came to the stage like little children and came forward to shake hands with Swamiji. The next day in the newspaper in Chicago, Swamiji's photo prominently published on the front page. Until then, they had the idea that India was barbaric country, that worshipped trees and stones were all stigmatized. He made them respect Indians. The level of India was increased. The universal religions meeting were held for a few days. Every day, Swami Vivekananda's speech was placed at the end because the people in the hall were stayed till the end to hear Vivekananda's speech. If the Swamiji's speech was pre-made, they would get up and leave immediately after his speech. Those who did not mean him tried to make him a sick man. Once when he was in Chicago, some religions took Swamiji to their library to make fun of him. They all, all our religious texts lined up one on another and placed Gita below the most. Did you see a man Vivekananda? Bhagavad Gita is in the bottom of all the books. That is your India's place. They make fun of his our India's place. Then Swamiji smiled and you said it right. The Bhagavad Gita is the basis of all religious texts. If Bhagavad Gita is removed, all the books will fall. If you kept Bhagavad Gita first, you all have accepted that it is the first book of all. They fell down with shame. And when after that he travelled abroad for 4 years. Many foreigners asked Swamiji to come to India and join Hinduism. But Swamiji says that it is not came to make for conversion, but to be a Christian should be a good Christian and a Mohammedan should be a good Mohammedan. He said that these religions are different paths to reach the God. That we all meet God in one place. He treated all religions are equally. So he returned to India. Swamiji's glory had already spread in India. When he reached Colombo in 1897, he received a much respect as Maharajas had. The hearts of millions of Indians who were filled with hope that they were ever slaves were filled with confidence in Swami Vivekananda. After coming to India, Ramakrishna Mutt was founded with the intention of serving the poor. Its main objective is to serve the poor and sick people in the country. Now this is not just in our country, but it has spread across the world and many schools and hospitals are built and served. It is doing a lot of work in guiding the youth. Vivekananda is the ideal for many freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal. If you want to know about India, read about Swami Vivekananda, says Tagore. Especially for the youth, it is the youth who can change the future of India. He said that the youth should be ahead with a good ambition. That is why he said that man who has no money is not poor, but the person who has no ambition is the real poor. Always says that we should not be afraid of anything like sheep, but we should be like a lion. Swamiji often said, I will change the country appearance if I hand over some young man with iron muscles and steel nerves. There is no one like Vivekananda who inspired the youth in our country. Read the books and quotes of Swami Vivekananda once when life is filled with despair and when the mind is in a state of uncertainty and the mind is not able to turn from the wrong path. Vivekananda's message touched our hearts directly. There is unknown courage in the mind and the thought of changes. Life knows is the real meaning. The great man who awakened the dormant Indian race and the man of age will always be in our heart. Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. So let us arise, let us grow from the inside out with Swami Vivekananda's thought. As Swamiji has said, none can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. So these are the some of the points most inspired me about Swami Vivekananda. Golden rules from Swami Vivekananda. Who is helping you, don't forget them. Who is loving you, don't hate them. Who is believing you, don't cheat them. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.